Shirati Village, a rural area in northern Tanzania, is located on the eastern shore of Lake Victoria in the Tarime district of the Mara region. As the largest tropical lake in the world, it provides a pristine backdrop for a predominantly fishing and subsistence farming community. Dr. Esther Kawira, a U.S.-trained family physician, has worked on the peninsula since 1983 and recently helped establish the Shirati Health, Education, and Development Foundation. As a local non-governmental organization, SHED was founded to improve the quality of life in the community. Following approval,
we had a very broad mandate to work in the areas of health, not only health, education, and development, but also environmental things, mining, forestry, fishing, things we have no immediate plans to do.
Originally, the territory was declared a German colony until Great Britain seized the port of Shirati in January 1915. Kilian Nyakima, a lifelong resident, has an intimate knowledge of the village and its historical context.
During German rule, Sota was Shirati, and it was the capital, provincial capital of Germany. And after the First World War, the British moved from Shirati to Tarime.
Subsequently, the area became a British mandate until the country gained its independence in 1961. The Nile perch was introduced to Lake Victoria in 1954 to enhance the fishing industry. However, it resulted in the complete or near extinction of hundreds of native species. Since the mid-1980s, a massive population growth has shifted the ecology of the world's second-largest freshwater lake.
But also it's a dangerous type of fish because it is there and it's wiping out other species. And in fact, it's from my childhood, the type of fish that I used to see during those days, they are no longer there.
However, this remote place stages an ecological paradox for the residents. The water houses a potentially hazardous parasitic disease, schistosomiasis. Infection may occur when skin comes in contact with contaminated fresh water. Although it has a low mortality rate, schistosomiasis can be very debilitating. Repeated exposure, common amongst fishermen, results in end-stage liver disease, cirrhosis, and death.
When it reaches where the liver is now even cannot be cured. And I've seen many young people dying of this because of the infection.
Another widespread disease, malaria, plagues this region. Parasites are transmitted by the bite of a female Anopheles mosquito and multiplied within human red blood cells. It causes symptoms such as fevers and chills, and in severe cases, death. Human immunodeficiency virus, or HIV, remains one of the most prevalent diseases, not only in Shirati, but throughout Africa. Infection with HIV occurs by the transfer of blood, bodily fluids, or breast milk.
We are now at the point of just having the ability to put people on antiviral drugs. Up until 2 years ago, here in this community, there was no treatment like that.
Dr. Kawira opened the Sota Village Dispensary in a sub-village of Shirati in December 2006. Her presence as a community healthcare provider was unopposed by the village leaders and thus established credibility with the public. In spite of this, numerous obstacles remained for most residents seeking low-cost healthcare.
We're discovering in the surveys that even for the average family, they say, yes, of course, there are days when we go hungry, we don't have enough food. So people are living very much on the edge of their resources.
The Tanzanian government has a goal to provide all children with primary education to improve literacy. However, secondary education remains solely the responsibility of the families.
A village of about 6,000 people, we have only 2 elementary schools, which means that so many children are there who do not have rooms to go to schools. There is not even a single secondary school.
Most children only complete a 7th grade education because of financial constraints. Meanwhile, as a result of the growing population,
there are not enough teachers, first of all. There are not enough teachers in these government-day secondary schools. And so you find that one teacher trying to teach a large number of students.
Because of this dilemma, the SHED Foundation has immediate plans to improve access to education for this community.
Only a few students test into government secondary schools where the education is less expensive, but the majority, if they go on to secondary, have to pay school fees that are heavy for most families.
Dr. Dennis Mull, a University of Southern California family medicine professor, has formed a partnership with Dr. Kawira and the SHED Foundation to maintain a lasting community healthcare program.
It's also a very special opportunity to work there because it's a community of 5,000 people who have never had medical care there. They've always had to walk down a dirt road that's 3 miles long and leads to waiting in line for a formal clinic setting.
Not many physicians with Dr. Kawira's training work at the village level. As a result, she has observed a full spectrum of disease in various stages. In addition to medical knowledge, household health surveys have been conducted to better understand the needs of this community. She also believes that visiting physicians can get an intimate glimpse into the lives of individuals and,
with their blessing of great education and intelligence and wisdom and a worldview, have all that to bring to bear on this community or any other where we might have the ability and choose to work in the future. Because there are 100 other villages in this district that could benefit by the same care and attention as is now being focused on in Sota Village.
Other long-term goals for the SHED Foundation include universal access to clean water, electricity, and improving transportation.
So I'm hopeful that this video at least can give people an idea of, first of all, who I am and how I got here, because I'm married here, and that they can see that my resolve is to stay here. I have plenty of roots here. My children consider this home. My husband is from here, and I'm happy here. And I feel like investing the rest of my life here, as I have the first part, is going to be quite worthwhile. So I see myself as a bridge person between cultures. I can help to interpret this culture to others so that the relationship is full of empathy instead of antagonism. And when you have empathy, even when things go wrong, there's leeway to work together and to work it out and solve problems when you know that people are working together in good faith and with good intentions.
When you come here, it helps. People know that, oh, okay, we should do something. If these foreigners are concerned about us, what about we? Why can't we do something? So like now, everybody's happy at Sota whenever they see you. Oh, thank you so much. At least the hope is there. And with the hope, something can be realized in the future.